people. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Double the Innocence with your boy E-Dub here. Gem dropper, showstopper. Let me be one of the first people to wish you guys a very happy Friday, even though the streets of Montreal are a little bit dreary right now. Raining, a little bit depressing. But the one good thing about it is it's Friday. So you just got to get through today and you got the weekend to look forward to. Hang in there, people. I'm an individual. I'm not really going to be up here for too long. I just want to come up here and talk a little bit about the proclaimed king. Allegedly, apparently, LeBron James says he's leaving social media for a little while. I'm not going to tell no word of a lie. When I first heard it, I was just like, a lot of other people out there. I was trolling, having a lot of funny things to say about it, kind of thing. Like, realistically speaking, who the hell really cares if you leave social media? Cares? You don't have to make no announcement. Just be gone. But then when I actually sat down and really thought about it, I'm going to give you guys two perspectives of the whole ordeal of LeBron James leaving social media. As a father, I could understand. As a father, I could fully understand why LeBron James would take the approach of leaving social media. I could understand. Because there's only so much negativity you could take about reading. You could take reading about one of your offsprings, one of your children. CT, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Up kind of early this morning, ain't you? So, for LeBron James to be saying that he's going to take a break from social media, I could understand why he would do that. It's got to be a little bit draining to every single day. If you turn on the news, if you go on social media, if you go on Facebook, whatever you go on, you've got to be reading something negative about your son, about Bronny James. Regardless of how I might feel about the individual, I still do realize that he is a human being. And there's only so much that anybody could take. So if that's his driving force for leaving social media, for taking a break from social media for a little while, I fully understand and I support that. Because I'm an individual, I would find it hard just listen to one person have negative things to say about about one of my children. Much less an entire community. Talking about my son being a scrub, talking about my son not deserving a spot on the team, talking about all of that. After a while, it would start to annoy the crap out of me. So, believe it or not, the mere fact of the matter that LeBron James made it this far with hearing mainstream, social media and all that kind of stuff berating his son, that says a lot. Because like I said before, I couldn't handle it for a day, much less for the length of time. And regardless, it's not going to stop anytime soon, unfortunately. Because there are a lot of people that share the same opinion as myself, saying that, unfortunately, your son does not deserve to be in the NBA. Yeah, you do have mass that agree with this whole trick and pony show, but you have a large community that doesn't agree with this nonsense. But my only issue with it, LeBron James, you need to understand that you put yourself and your son in this position to be taking this backlash. All right, maybe we're giving you a little bit too much credit. Maybe you weren't the one that actually took your son and put him on the team. But you do know it's because of your name and your legacy that he has a roster spot. You do know that. If his name was just Gordon or Smith or anything else like that, we all know that he would not be on the squad. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Where am I from? I'm from Montreal, Canada. Out here with the rain. But you know what? I'll take the rain over the snow any day of the week. We're just up here talking about LeBron James. Apparently, he says that he's going to be taking a little bit of a break from social media. And I'm not like everybody else. I was at the beginning. When I first heard it, I was laughing it up a storm and I had a whole bunch of negative things to say about it. But then when I actually thought about it, I could understand why he'd want to take a break from social media. There's not a day that goes by where there's not something negative written about his son. No, I can't speak Chinese. Ni hao ma. That's about as good as it gets. But the mere fact of the matter is that you've basically put your son in this position to have to take this type of backlash. So that's why you have a lot of people saying, yo, why are you running now? That's the best I got for you in Chinese. Ni hao ma. Your son is in this predicament right now because of the mere fact of the matter that you yourself came out and said that your son is better than maybe what, 50% of the players that are playing in the league right now? That was stuff that came out of your mouth. So you got to stand on it. Plain and simple. You have to stand on that. That's why people are calling you out saying, hey, you're running now? No, I can't. English is my native tongue, and I can speak a little bit of French. That's about as good as it gets for me. Your English is poor? But you seem to be understanding pretty well, and you write pretty well in English. I'll try to speak a little bit slower so you can understand it. Thank you, though. Thank you for joining this. Appreciate you. So, realistically speaking, as a human being, Anthony, how are you, man? Everything's good, man. We're up here talking about LeBron James saying that he's leaving social media. How do you feel about that? Yeah, you know, as a human being, as a father, I fully understand why he would have to take a break from social media. I could understand it. Because, you know, for me to have to get up every single day and see something negative written about one of my offsprings, it's going to take a lot out of me. You could only understand little English. I hope you could understand a lot that I'm saying right now. Zadravo. It's about the Diddy thing. That Diddy thing is getting way out of control, man. So, you know, like I honestly speaking, I don't know exactly what to believe right now where that whole Diddy thing is concerned. You know, like there's just so much. So I don't know if people are just taking this opportunity to just pile on. But once again, he put himself in that particular predicament. So, I mean, you got to live with the results right now. It is what it is. I'm going to continue saying it. I personally think like P. Diddy's lifestyle, I think P. Diddy's a piece of crap. But do I think that he's the demon that they're painting him out to be? There's a good possibility he may not be that guy. Is all I'm saying. A piece of garbage? Absolutely not. But once again, like everybody's saying, P. Diddy didn't just wake up and start living this lifestyle. All right. That's wonderful. You got 3 languages. That's good. Yeah, P. Diddy didn't just wake up and start living this lifestyle. This lifestyle was taught to him from the people that were there before him. So that's the main reason why I don't think he should be the only fall guy. If you're going to take down the whole temple, take down the whole temple, is all we're trying to say. Because if you remove P. Diddy, You have a fall guy, but the organization still exists. So if you kind of want to clean up all the nonsense that's going on out there in Hollywood or whatever the case be, you got to take down the entire structure. You understand what I'm saying? You got to take down the teachers that teach people how to live this lifestyle. You got to get rid of the potential students that want to learn this particular lifestyle and try to get back to a little bit of regular normal living is all I'm saying. So yes, to answer your question, P. Diddy is a piece of crap, but he is not the only piece of crap out there. I mean, hey, before him, there was Epstein. Exactly. There you go. Before him, there was Epstein. I mean, allegedly, apparently, every politician has attended his parties. Now, you need to understand something, though. Not because they say that every politician attended his parties. There was two type of parties that P. Diddy threw. So they attended the proper party and they left before the freak-off party. Possibly. But realistically speaking, I mean, you know, the little that we do know about politicians, there might have been a few of them that stuck around for the freak-off party, wouldn't you say? Hypothetically speaking, it's very, very possible. I mean, because we know that among some of the freakiest people out there are politicians. So it's just that right now there's a whole bunch of different people that are getting caught up in this mix, and the one person that my heart really breaks for, honestly speaking, is all the nonsense that's coming out about Justin Bieber. That's the part that really bothers me a lot, because of the mere fact of the matter that I'm a big Justin Bieber fan. First of all, he comes from my country. But all that to say, he's a very, very talented individual. I love his music. So to like hear through the grapevine some of the stuff that he had to endure and stuff like that, that's kind of sad. If there's any truth to it. I'm from Montreal, Canada. That's where I'm from. So right now we're just dealing with a lot of cloudiness and a lot of rain, but you could give me cloudy and rain any day of the week. I'll take that over snow 10 times over. But that's how I feel about the whole P. Diddy. So I'm waiting for next year for the case to begin. And let's just see exactly what type of witch hunt it's going to be. I mean, I believe that unfortunately there's a good possibility that they're going to bury P. Diddy under the prison. I don't see him beating a lot of these charges, which I'm okay with. But let's get rid of some of the other people. I believe a lot of the people that basically taught him this way of life, they're basically on their last leg of life. You know, like you hear names like the Clive Davises. The man is up in his 90s. You also heard names like a Quincy Jones. Well, he's no longer with us. So I mean, the timing for all of this to be happening. I mean, for a lot of the old heads or whatever the case may be, the timing couldn't be better. You understand what I'm saying? Because I mean, hey, if by chance there is any truth to a name like a Clive Davis being involved in a lot of these things, the man he's right there. You understand what I mean? He's lived his life. He's in his 90s. He's right there knocking on heaven's gate. So I mean, and I heard from one of the other content creators that I follow, Ticket TV. I suggest you guys, if you guys like up to date, especially where P. Diddy's concerned, if you guys like up to date information, I suggest you follow, subscribe to Ticket TV, because he's on top of this. He brought out another name that totally blew my mind. Hey, I don't know if there's any connection. It just sounded a little bit weird that allegedly, apparently, Ellen DeGeneres has up and left the United States of America. It's really going to get interesting, man. But for all of you fanboys, for all of you people who worship stardom and all that kind of stuff, get prepared, because there's a good possibility some of those stars that you guys worship might be caught up in this entire scandal. It makes me look back and thank God, because I remember when I was a kid, there's nothing more that I wanted than to be famous. Now, where I'm at right now, I just thank God that wasn't my calling. Honestly speaking, I thank goodness that was not part of my mechanism. That wasn't my calling, because I would not be able to deal with that type of nonsense that they got going out there in Hollywood. Hollyweird. You live in Tunnestein? That's in Germany? Okay, I've never heard of that particular spot, but welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome from Germany. I appreciate you. Well, that's exactly how I feel about the whole P. Diddy situation. I basically let you guys know exactly how I feel about LeBron James leaving social media. I do have a little bit of compassion for that. I do indeed. But you're only going to get a certain amount of sympathy from me because of the mere fact of the matter. Like I said before, you're the individual. You are the individual that put your son in this predicament. So by making statements saying that he's better than half of the individuals that are in the league right now, by doing stuff like that, by giving him a roster spot that he did not earn, that was basically gift wrapped and given to him, you really can't afford to be running from backlash now. You know, like, stand on it. Stand in it. Plain and simple. If it's you that made that decision, or if it's the organization, whoever it was, babying and coddling your son to not even go and play in away games in the G League, that's ridiculous. And just like Ryan Clark said, what exactly has your son done to deserve that right? How is his game ever going to really improve if he's not out there getting exposed? How is that possible?